Right, it's Dan and Rock Show. I'm going to get these lovely lads to introduce themselves.
I'm Tim. I play guitar and fit for an Autopsy.
I'm Jose and I play drums.
And I'm Patrick and I play also guitar.
Also guitar, it's like...
It's just a joke
inside joke
from
from
an
me.
old interview.
Are we allowed to curse?
Of course, go right ahead.
Yeah, I fucked up an interview like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and I was never able to live that down, so... Now
it's just a little faux pas.
It's just become an inside joke, so that we just do it all the time now.
Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah. So, how are you guys?
Tired,
fantastic. Tired.
Yeah.
Tired.
Ready
Very
to go
tired.
home, but ready to play the show too. So,
Yeah.
So you've got a few hours to go yet, and then you're on stage a bit later, aren't you?
We're ready.
You're ready.
Today's our last day of the run that we just did. We did about 10 to 15 dates with Fallujah. We did we did a couple festivals, did all that stuff, and then we came over to the UK with support. We did headline dates with support from Sarda Serenity, local boys from Glasgow. So
they're really good.
Yeah, they're really good. Young band,
hungry band.
very hungry, and it's awesome to see, a band like that taking the steps at such an early phase.
Yeah,
it's cool to see that.
You know what it is too? Like they think about everything. They like when we come over here, because this is a small headliner for us. Our production was to a minimum, but they did a lot of things that we would like to do at home, like self-production with lights and things like that. So if anybody's watching, that band is smart, and they're an interesting band to check out, and they're young and hungry and ready to go. So
if you're in another band and looking at a good way to actually get started, maybe look to those guys and see what they do.
Check out what they do as a small band, because they're thinking of everything.
Yeah, like it's kind of funny like I said, at such an early phase.
Yeah.
They have their social media down. They have, the content, and, they're putting up 30-second clips of live shows and stuff like that almost every other day. And it's so smart to push out that content.
Yeah.
And if I was doing what they're doing at such a young age, I'd be so much further ahead as a live musician.
Yes.
They're thinking of their live show, and they're doing it for the people that watch them. It's really interesting to see.
Yeah.
So usually you don't get to that point until you've done this a few times. And they were on the tour that we did together, according to them, was their first actual tour.
Okay.
Their first touring with a signed band, being a support band. So they were a little green on certain things, which we sat down and said, hey, do this, do that. Don't take so long to do this. It's a time thing.
They're doing it right though.
But let me tell you, if anybody's looking for a support band in the area, they listen, they're down, they want to learn, and they're hungry, and their music is good, and they're tight live. They're a great band. I'm very proud to have taken them out on our first headliner here.
I don't think I've ever heard so much love from a band about another band.
You know what? We've been treated like shit.
Yeah.
We've been treated like shit, and we will never treat anyone like shit. I have literally argued about paying bands less money than I want to pay them on a tour where they're coming out to support us. Yeah. We don't need everything. We just need our bands to be happy. If they're happy, the tour goes smoother, we make more money, everything's good for everybody.
Yeah.
And you want to know what the fuck else are we here for?
Well, we got a thing on the show is community, not competition. We all got to work together, otherwise it's going to go downhill.
I think there is a competition, and I think it's healthy if it's used for the right reasons. If you're playing under a band and they're smoking you every night, you know that you got to step your game up. That's good.
Yeah, that's
the background chatter. Yeah, we don't have time for that, and we won't.
The drama and everything.
It.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we're too old for that shit. I'm 40. He's 31 now.
31.
Oh, you're very young-looking 31-year-old.
I'm the young chap.
Hey, fuck you! You just called me old, man.
Spry old age of 27 over here.
Him and Joe are younger, but I mean, we're here for what we wish it could be.
Yeah.
We want it to be, we want a community. We don't care about the bullshit.
No.
Yeah.
We do what we do. We do it well. We have fun. We're a fun band to be around for us. And that's all that matters.
To be fair, I think you're probably at the best festival for that as well, because that's why this festival seems to be here. The organisers all do it for free. It's not like they're paid. It's a festival for bands like you, where you just want to enjoy being a band, enjoy playing your music.
It's fun, man. And the festival grounds are set up really cool.
Yeah.
Tech Fest is
Don't
really
get me
cool.
wrong. We have to make money. We have to. We can't do it without making money. But
you don't have to make a rock star's wage. That's the thing.
If you want to pay me a rock star's wage,
I'll be A-okay with
down.
it. Listen, if you want to give me a couple $1 million, I will have no problem.
But here's the thing. if we are that size band,
Yeah.
and we take 2 local bands out, or a local band and a support band, you can guarantee those bands will eat right every night. They will have everything they need every night. Like we played in London.
Yeah.
And they provided us get-in food, but then there was a very minimal budget left, and we were going to get it as a buyout. And instead, I sat down and talked to the promoter, and we found a local place that would help us.
Yeah.
And we took that money and bought the whole package dinner.
Nice, nice.
A lot of bands don't do that. A lot of bands will take that money and be like, "Fuck you, fend for yourself."
Yeah.
That's not our style.
Yeah. Well, the thing is if you've got grumpy, hungry people opening for you, it's gonna.
But people don't care.
Exactly.
People don't care.
And also, like, you know, where you said community, not competition. Like you said, it's, you know, you have to have that certain sense of competition, but at the same time, like, you know, there's so many bands out there that are being dicks just to be dicks.
Yeah.
And it hurts their career in the long run, because when, you know, it's always a cycle. When you have a smaller band that's gaining ground, eventually they're going to pass you, and it's going to get to the point where you will turn around and you'll be the small band now, and those smaller bands that are now way bigger than you are going to treat you as shitty as you treated them.
Yeah.
And the best line I've ever heard is, walk gingerly on the shoulders of people that you pass, because you're going to need those same shoulders to walk down on the way home.
Yeah.
And that is so important, because you will eventually come down. It does not matter how big your band is.
Pretty much.
And know your role. We're not a big band.
Yeah.
We are in the middle of the smaller big bands. You know what I mean? Like, we're gaining a little ground, but we're not that important. So know the truth about who you are.
Yeah.
And if you can keep those things in line, then you'll be successul in one way, shape, or form. You know what I mean?
I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
Completely agree.
We're realists.
This has been a really fun interview so far.
Thank you. Well, why don't you ask us some questions? Let's do that.
So, what have you guys been up to, sort of business-wise, before you came here? Has it been touring? Has it been writing?
Yeah, we did 2 months with Thy Art, doing the Coffin Dragger tour in the United States.
Nice.
We did 2 weeks right before that, one tour into another, with Unearth, Great American Ghost, who is a sick hardcore band. Definitely check them out. Ringworm, also sick band. And, you know, we did 2 weeks Canada and U.S. with that, led to the other tour.
Yeah.
And we were out. What was the tour we did before that? We had another one before that.
Before that was A-Strain, before Christmas.
Yeah, before Christmas.
So you
we've
guys
been
toured.
very, very busy.
Oh, yeah.
And then we've been here doing this, and then we go home, and we're setting up late September. We're doing like 2 to 3 week headliner kind of thing.
Nice.
That's going to be built around some dates with some other bigger bands that I can't really talk about too much.
But keep an eye on social media.
Yeah, keep an eye on social media. And then there's a good possibility we'll be back here in the winter for a month-long tour. So everything's kind of busy, but in the planning stages. Plus, we just released it hasn't been released yet, but just announced and put the pre-sales up for that Depression Sessions EP with Thy Art is Murder and Acacia Strain. It's one original and one cover song from each band. And that's going to be really cool. It's getting a lot of hype right now. So we're super busy. We're writing a new record. We're ready. So
yeah, we're excited, man.
Yeah. Sounds like you guys are having awesome fun at the moment, to be honest.
We are. You know what? The tour was real light.
Our bodies are broken after this Euro run, but
our minds are.
We're definitely in high spirits right now, because it's just been so fun. Like, you know, the bands that we've been out with are a lot of fun. We love the Fallujah Boys. We love the
we do
too.
We
Serenity
do
Boys.
too.
Like,
those are our guys.
You know, and that helps. Like, being on tour with bands that you like and that you have fun with really helps in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, between the last 2 tours that we've done, 60 days with the Coffin Dragger tour, 2 weeks, so that's another 14 days, so that's 74 days, and then 21 days here. That's almost 100 dates.
Yeah.
That's some heavy going, guys.
Yeah, and that's just this part of the year. We just started
half the year.
You know, so we're definitely a working band, and you know, like Tim said, we're pretty hurting today. You know, backs hurt, necks hurt, sleeping in the Sprinter. You know, Hosian's gonna have to go home and see a chiropractor for a month to get right. But that's why we're here.
Yeah,
there is no excuse.
We do.
I looked out. My mom lives with a chiropractor. So he's just like, yo, just buy me dinner and, you know, I'll hook your back up.
I was going to say, that sounds like a bit of a offer. Is like, give me dinner.
Yeah.
And I got, we all got families at home. Hosting's got a lady and, her son and his parents. I have a wife and a son, and so it's definitely work, but everybody here appreciates it so much. We're really happy.
Especially for your genre, you guys have got an appreciative crowd, which is fantastic. Anyway, thanks for taking a couple of minutes out for speaking with us.
Man, we're super happy to do it anytime, man.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you for the support.
No worries.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Cool. Awesome. Cool.